You like those starter accounts, do you? Oh, we know you do. We know you really do. But have you ever asked yourself the question, what if there was another account type between starter and expert? What if I'm not a starter? Or what if I'm not an expert? What if I'm just like a little bit more than a starter, right? Just like a little additional more than whatever a starter is, like starter plus, for example. Well, we've got something for you guys. We are announcing a new account type called the starter plus, which is right in the middle of a starter account and an expert account. Now, why would you choose this? Well, we're going to break down the differences between this and a starter account really quickly. And there's also a promotion going on with this from October 1st through October 7th. So all the details in this video. Of course, subscribe to this channel, sign up for the MyFundedFutures Discord, and if you're looking to get an evaluation, use the link down below. I am an affiliate, so a little disclaimer: if you use the link down below in the description of this video, I will get a commission off of that. Just a quick little disclaimer. I haven't done the other videos, but yeah, obvious, a little disclaimer there. I'm Forrest. For those of you that are new here, I invest in stuff. I think that everybody should too. I also have my own channel and trading Discord, which, you know, there's links to all that stuff. But let's talk about this. Okay, I'm a huge fan of MyFundedFutures, obviously. That's why I'm here. So let's take a look at what they have. So first and foremost, my favorite thing about this are the options, right? Having more options for traders is amazing. MyFundedFutures, you know, this year, all of the different releases, right? Adding the starter account, right? Adding Volumetrica, building the platform into the website as well. And then the release of this is just giving you more and more options. Okay, so no matter where you are in your trading journey, there is something for you. I love their backend. I love everything about it. That's why I'm here as their YouTuber. Let's go ahead and take a look at this infographic and break down what is new and why this is so exciting. Okay, it says enjoy the new starter plus. It's available only in October. Okay, on the right side of the screen, we have a breakdown of some of the primary differences, right? So there's no tier 1 news rule on eval or funded. This is huge. Now, it's still a starter account. Okay, so there still are the payout requirements and things like that, but there's no tier 1 rules, so you can trade news. And when you're in funded, you could trade news. Okay, not only can you trade news, and what's really important about this is that it doesn't break the account, right? It's not a rule, right? So you're not going to get dinged. Say you're holding a position, you accidentally hold into news. You're not even trying to trade news. Say you just hold into news. It's no longer going to be held against you in this account. Okay, so that's the first immediate difference or trade-off, value proposition, whatever it is that you want to call it. No daily loss limit on the eval or the funded. Okay, now daily loss limit could protect you. Okay, but it also would stop you on the day. So it's a limitation in the starter account, right? It wouldn't fail the account. It would just stop you from trading for that day. That barrier and that guardrail is removed, right? It's two sides of the same coin. It's a barrier and a guardrail. So there's no daily loss limit here, which means you can blow the account in one day, but you have more wiggle room, right? So if you're trading a little bit higher leverage, if that's your style, hey, you can do that inside of the starter plus account. There is a 50% consistency rule on eval and no consistency rule on funded. 50%, super duper high. I mean, it's actually interesting to me that that's even there. I mean, 50% is so high. It basically is just saying you can't make all of your money in a single day. Once you get around 35, 40%, the consistency rules aren't too bad. If you're trading every single day, if you have a system, I mean, you're not going to run into this rule at all, guys. The only way you're going to run into this rule is if you're doing high leverage, lottos, gambling, trying to, you have a huge outsized day. Let's say your average P&L is $250 and then one day you make $8 grand. There's obviously something wrong or different there. Okay, so this rule is essentially there to prevent that. Outside of that, 50% is like insanely high, in my opinion. Wouldn't worry about it at all. Again, no consistency on funded, and there's a 1 to 10 micro scaling on eval, then 1 to 5 on funded. So 1 to 10 micro, what does that mean? So minis and micros. I trade ES and NQ. So for every 1 NQ on the eval, you can trade 10 M and Q. When you go to funded, for every 1 NQ that you trade, you can only trade 5. Okay, so interesting dynamic there. It's just one of the trade-offs. Okay, so they're making you decide essentially how much leverage you want to use, how much margin you want to use, right? How fast do you want to possibly risk that account is kind of the trade-off there. Again, platforms are tools, guys. Okay, so they are looking for, MyFundedFutures is looking for you to be a responsible trader, right? So just because you have max leverage or all that leverage there doesn't mean you have to use it, right? Quick little FYI. 20% off starters Starter Plus evals and resets, and you can use code Force Trading, which is available from October 1st to 7th. Again, code Force Trading, give you 20% off of this account, as well as the reset. So let's go ahead and break down the pricing. The 50K, normally $120, down to 96, has $2,000 of drawdown, profit target at $3,000. Not too bad, right? You can make a couple $100 a day. You can hit that, before you get rebilled within a month. Trading conservatively. I know a lot of you guys race to do this as fast as possible, but you totally can. You don't have to. Okay. So again, you pay your $96, take your time, trade lower leverage. You'll hit your $3,000 profit target just fine. 100K, it's $160, $3,000 of drawdown, profit target $6,000, and 150K, $240 right now. If you use my code Force Trading, with $4,500 of drawdown and a $9,000 profit target. Now, which one would I go for? I like having more wiggle room. I would go for the 150K. If you are trading, if you ever plan to lever up, just go for the 150K. If you can stick to 2 or 3 M&Q, which is what I tell most people that I talk to about trading, just go for the 50K. Obviously 100K is in the middle, but honestly, I would go for the 50 or the 150. You really need to just decide what type of trader you are. I would go for the 50 or 150. The 100K is kind of in the middle. Obviously, you can reason about any one of these accounts. Guys, you do whatever you think makes sense for you, okay? I think having a consistent amount of risk and planning to stick to an amount of risk, and what do I mean by that? That means if I trade 3 to 5 M&Q, then I trade 3 to 5 M&Q, right, or less. If I trade 1 M&Q, then I trade 1 M&Q, or less, right? But your system, you shouldn't really be going from 3 M&Q to like 5 N-Q, right? And you'll say, oh, well, I'm super confident on this trade. It's like, well, if you're so confident on that trade that you're in 5 NQ, then your other trades you're like super unconfident, right? But we're not going to do a whole video on risk management for now. So that is a breakdown of all of the differences. Okay, just again, for the Starter Plus, Tier 1 news is removed for payouts though. Let's talk about payouts and withdrawals. To qualify for a payout, you have to have 5 winning days of $100 or more for the 50K. You have to have 5 winning days of $200 or more for the 100K, 5 winning days of $300 or more for the 150K, okay? On the 50K account, up to $1,200 for each payout until 30 winning days or $6,000 total in payouts received. 100K is $2,400 and $12,000 respectively. And the 150K is $3,600 and $18,000 respectively. Okay, after that, you get a live funded account. So on the 50K, $2,500 starting balance in the live account. Okay, in the 100K, you have a static account with $3,500 starting balance, and the 150K, you have a $5,000 static account starting balance. So go back to my other video talking about starter accounts. We're not going to do a whole breakdown of all of that again. I think these are great accounts because it's a fast path to live. Okay, the whole point of prop trading, in my opinion, which is one of many, is that it's leverage, right? It is leverage. And so if you're a profitable trader, if you have a good system, it's a good way to turn a small amount of money into more money, which is obviously what we're trying to do in trading in general. But MyFundedFutures is essentially providing the capital. You have to trade within the parameters, of course. But once you do that, you get it to a live account. And a live account, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so your goal should be to get to a live account. Now, if you're saying, well, live account, I could just have my own live account. Yeah, you could, and you should. Okay, so I always tell people copy trade from your own account into prop accounts. I think that's the best way to trade. I think trading your own account is just smart in general, especially since you're going to get to a live account anyways. So you want to get practice, trade on sim, get practice. But ultimately, yeah, you're going towards a live account. So you might as well figure out and think about how you're going to manage risk when you have no rules, right? In a live account, there's no news rules either, which means you could, theoretically blow up that account instantly, day one, okay? So make sure you use the tools that are available to you. Think about what you want out of, trading and what your goals are as a trader, and choose the account type that's right for you, whether it's starter, starter plus, or expert. Personally, I have funded expert accounts. That's one that I go for. And my main priority is trading my own accounts. So hope you found this useful. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and see you in the next video. Peace.